Namaste, my dear friends. I got a very interesting question connected with karma. So Vadim, can you please share how come people who are doing bad things, they often succeed, when now on the other hand, people who often help others, they're living quite a hard life with a lot of challenges and problems. Does karma work, or how come we see such a picture? It's a very good question, and really it took me over 12 years to understand some basic things about karma, as unfortunately I couldn't find the right spiritual law teacher when I was on my path. And I'll tell you three main insights that really, if you remember them, this will help you so much in interaction and development of your life with the surrounding people, souls, and reality. So, first thing, every person is experiencing what is important for that person to experience. If somebody is sick, then they deserve the sickness. If some person has problems, well, try to guess who created these problems for the person. If the person was born in that or that specific country, culture, and family, how do you think? Is it a coincidence that this specific soul came to that specific culture and country? And at the same time, if you meet in your life people, for example, begging on the street, and that they're living that way, is it a coincidence that they're experiencing that? So all of us are here experiencing what is important for my soul. We're transcendent beings which are just playing for a moment in this physical realm, in this physical avatar. But our soul is not limited to this world and to this reality and to this one lifetime. I like often to compare life with a computer game where you can create different characters and get that experiences which is important for you. So let's focus exactly on that I came here for my own experience, like another person came here for their own experience. When we're playing a computer game, we're not being distracted by the way that the other players are playing. We allow them to be themselves and to play in any way that they want. They can do that, they can do this, they can waste their time, they can do anything what they want. We don't have an issue with that. But somehow in life, we often feel obliged that for sure we need to go and to help others. So first of all, if you have inside of yourself a key desire to help others, it is just a reflection that all you want, or what your soul truly wants, that finally you would help yourself. If you want to save the world, actually your soul would love that you would save yourself in your life, taking care of your needs, taking care of that it was important for you. Because once you find harmony with yourself and your soul, you will start to see that everything in this world is in a magical balance. Everything is already perfect. Everybody are experiencing the mirror of the reality of that what is important for them to experience. And we should show respect to other people in their life paths. So when a person is sick or has a problem and she comes to you, well, it's very good if the person is asking for help and the person is telling you, oh, I have a problem. Can you please assist me to solve it? But if the person is not asking for your help and you see somebody, let's say from your friends or relatives is living through something, and you jump on board and start to teach them, to help them to solve their problems without them even asking you for it, well, just know that this is called spiritual ego. And this is also called trauma of being a savior. As a savior, person now who cannot focus on their own lives and they would rather focus on saving the world rather than to take care of the only world that they're responsible, their own personal soul, their own personal world. This type of a trauma motivates people to look around and to find problems rather than to take care of the only problem that they have is inside of themselves. So if you meet a person who is running around and helping everyone, you can be quite confident that this person actually needs help. And rather than to focus their energy on their own issues, they focus their energy on helping others. Because that's how the brain works. It is much more harder to transform our own mindset and to sort out our own problems than to focus in saving the whole world and assisting others. So that's first thing. So if the person now wants to get help from you, it's very important the person would understand that I'm in trouble and I need help, because that shows being present, being conscious. So imagine the person is riding down a hill and in front there's a hole filled with dirt or maybe even shit. And you're seeing that because you see what is ahead. But the person, he's not seeing that. And if you will start say, hey, like, don't go there, the person will say, why? I want that. Just try to think how many things in life this person did to be right now on this specific mountain, driving on this specific road, which leads exactly there. He made many actions in life to be at that very point there, experiencing that. So if the person is not telling, oh, I have a problem, I see there is a hole, I need to kind of help myself, can you please assist me, tell me what to do? Then the person, it just shows that he needs to go through that experience, and that if you will jump in and help him right now not to fall into that hole, the next time he will be driving even on a higher mountain into a deeper hole, much more dangerous, as eventually the experience for which the soul was creating that reality wasn't gone through, wasn't played out. And we don't play out, we don't have that experience on which we can make conclusions. As eventually when we die, we cannot take our physical bodies with us. We cannot take our families with us. We cannot take our gold or richness, or the only thing that we can take out from this life, it's experience. Like from a computer game, we only can take out the experience that we got while we were playing the game. So experience, it's far more important for the soul rather than even the physical health of the avatar. So if the person is going through problems, has sicknesses, is going to some negative or destructive life experience, and she is not asking for help, let it go. Allow them, respect them, and allow them to experience that, what is important for them to experience. So if you help without request, you're not only showing your spiritual ego, you're not only having a trauma of being a savior, but you're also are taking their karma on yourself. So rather that the person will, let's say, fall there and get his experience, you fall for him in trying to save him or her. And then this creates exactly a mix of karma, as rather than allowing for the person to experience what they have created, you're taking their negative experience upon yourself. So every time when you help people without their request, you actually are taking their negative karma on yourself and work it through. So that's why people who are helping everybody without being conscious about it have such a hard life. And they get issues with their health, they get issues with their finances, they get different type of issues. Why? Because they are destroying the balance of life, the balance of karma. Everybody who destroys the balance of karma are taking other people's karma upon themselves and then are working it through. So that's why the first rule, if you want to help someone and will get a benefit, the person needs to ask for help. Secondly, it's important that when somebody asks you for help, that they would make an energy exchange, because providing somebody help without the other person giving something back, it just doesn't work. I tried it so many times. And if you do that, then first of all, you put the person into a childish position. Secondly, the person cannot appreciate what you were giving. Yeah, remember when somebody gave you something for free, did you value it? Or let's say you get a study, yeah, you get some kind of a gift of going to some classes for free. Will you appreciate it? Or will you focus and appreciate much more when you paid something for that? Just try to remember when you paid for something, how much more you were involved in that process, because you created it, you paid for it. So when you pay it, that means this is my creation, this is my choice, this is my responsibility. And then the person is fully in the focus of taking in for what he has shared. So imagine if you want to share something with a person sincerely, the person has to open up and give something. So when a person gives, he can receive. If the person doesn't give, he doesn't have any space to receive. It's in the same way that imagine that this cup is filled. And if this cup is filled and I start to put water there, it just spills out. So the only way how to put something into the cup, I need to pour out. Once I pour out, I can pour in something new. In the same way, when somebody is asking for help, be respectful to that person and allow that person to make an energy exchange. This exchange can be different. It doesn't have to be always finances. You can find something, but it has to be an exchange. This exchange allows you, I would say, allows the person to have self-respect, self-dignity, honor of themselves, the confidence. I did it. I chose it. It's my power. I asked you for help, but I'm solving it. I'm creating it. And through that, it increases the level of responsibility of a person, and tremendously, it increases the percentage of the quality of the help that you provide. So, and the third thing, the person asks for help, the person exchange energy for the help, and thirdly, the person does what you tell him or her to do. As even if a person asks for help, pays for help, but then doesn't do anything and hopes for the magic to happen, it doesn't work like that. It's your life. It's your creation. You're the only one who can create something new, and your actions are the most effective tool in this creation. So please, be yourself, and remember, this is your game, this is your soul, this is your physical avatar, this is your time here to experience that what is important for you. And focus on yourself. Stop focusing on other people's lives. Stop focusing on things which distract from the one and only, yourself. If you'll pay attention, all of the system is being created to distract us from ourselves. Many people know better politics, I don't know, business, they know, I don't know, rock stars or TV stars or blah, blah, blah. They know more things about the surrounding world that they know about themselves. For example, they don't know maybe, why does my back hurt? What does it mean? Or why do I have this problem in my life? Or why I'm meeting this type of people? Or why did this coincidence or this accident happen to me? Or why doesn't my family, I see this pattern that is being repeated? Or why do I have such a negative relationship with the opposite sex? Or why I have... So people, rather than to ask the questions of what they control and truly have the control and always carry the responsibility, for my life, they would rather discuss things which are not connected with them. And it's a distraction. And this is also part how this illusion, Maya, works. It tries to distract us from discovering our godly nature. And our mind, it loves to get distracted. So spiritual practice and the focus on yourself, this is what helps to overcome the old programs, issues, and also to create the balance in karma. So if you will follow these three principles, so first one, the person asks for help. Secondly, the person now will pay or energy exchange for the help. And thirdly, the person will do what you have told them. This will create the true balance. This will create freedom, and this will give plus karma to one person and to other person. And it really feels awesome when you see results in lives of people with who you interact and work with. And this is a wisdom which took me too many years to understand, and I paid a very high price for that. And even though in the eyes of many people from my surroundings back at home, I was always looked at as one of the most happy and joyful and energized people, when in truth inside I was feeling a lot of pain. I was taking a lot of karma and problems that didn't belong to me, but I was solving them because I was focusing my strength and energy not on myself, but in service to other people. And this is all enslavement. This all comes through the enslavement and the limitations, through our traumas, through our family root trees, through our cultures, through the ideology, through the society. So, dears, please focus on yourself. Love yourself. Remember, you're the only person that you're responsible for. Everybody came here for their own life, for their own game. So, and don't get distracted to other people's lives. They're experiencing what they deserve. And if they are conscious enough and you feel a call and they ask you for help and they offer you an exchange for your help, and then they do what you listen to, then assist them. And in other ways, just allow other people to experience that, what they're experiencing. Respect them just in the way that they are. Let go of your spiritual ego and then allow yourself to see that the world is perfect. Namaste.